You hear a lot of talk about DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and how that's messing up a lot of companies' bottom line. And most people on the conservative side, the MAGA side, the far right side are complaining that DEI, affirmative action, or whatever name you want to put on it, is taking a lot of jobs from white people and especially white men. Well, I want to try to challenge that on a larger scale. To get into the data of it, you got to go deep into the weeds, and I don't have time for that. So let's just go and do an eagle's eye view of DEI and how that affects white people, women, and black people. It was just last year when ESPN fired over 7,000 people. Well, not just ESPN, it was Disney, but a part of that was ESPN. And they fired some top name personalities, people that had been working at the company for over 20 plus years. They let them go to cut costs. And in all fairness, I don't know the percentages of the 7,000 people that they fired. I don't know the percentages of the breakdown as far as racial, sex, or gender, or whatever. I don't know the breakdown of that. But what you see in that picture are 2 black men, 1 white woman, and 1 old white man. And I will say that they even had Stephen A. Smith afraid that he was going to lose his job. And listen to what he had to say about it.
But if we're going to be real about it, let's deal with reality. This ain't the end. More is coming. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I could be next. Let me tell y'all something. Don't ever, ever, ever in your life as a black person take anything for granted. I told you before, when white folks catch a cold, black folks catch pneumonia.
And listening to that statement got me thinking that they may have fired more black people and more women than white men. Because look at what they did next. They signed former Indianapolis Colts kicker Pat McAfee, who was now a podcaster and commentator on sports, to a 5-year, $85 million deal, which is $17 million a year. And everybody speculated that they fired all those people to get him on the show. That's all alleged. Don't know if it's true or not. But they said that they was firing those people to cut cost, only to give a former podcaster and kicker a 85-5. And just this year, ESPN did it again. They fired a black man and a white woman, Samantha Ponder and RG3. Not sure about Miss Ponder, but it's been reported that Robert Griffin III had 2 more years left on his contract. And after they fired them, what news came out next? They went and hired Jason Kelce, a former football player and Super Bowl champion, and brother of Travis Kelce. Now, while I don't know the ins and outs and breakdown and whatever in economics about DEI, what I do know is ESPN fired a lot of black people and women, and 2 white men made out like a bandit. What do you think?